Hello students, welcome to your computer classroom. So in the previous class we were discussing how to insert row, how to insert a new column and to delete these rows and columns, as well as if you want to insert any new cells or a group of cells in an existing table of a spreadsheet. So before moving to the next topic, let us quickly see it once again. So if we come to the textbook, here we have seen how to insert a new row. So for inserting a new row, wherever we want to insert the new row, we have to click the mouse cursor over that row number, and when we click on that, when we go to the home tab, in the home tab we have the insert option. Clear? So in the insert option there is insert sheet rows. So when we click on this insert sheet rows, the a new row is inserted, you can say above the row which we have clicked. Clear? So if you want to see it once again, let us see. So if I come here in our Excel window, clear? So suppose we want a new row to be inserted uh, above Kunal. Clear? So if I click on row number 7, then go to the home tab. In the home tab we have the insert option. Clear? Click on the insert, then insert sheet rows. So when we click on this insert sheet rows, you can see a new row is inserted above that particular row which we have selected earlier. Clear? So this way a new row can be inserted. Next is, if we come to the book, next is how to insert a column. So in a similar way, if we want to insert a new column, we have to first click the heading of the column which we want to be the new, which is going to be inserted, will be inserted to the left of that selected column. Clear? And the process will be similar to that. When we click on that row, then go to the home tab. In the home tab, when we go to the insert, now the options will change to insert sheet columns. So let us see this as well. So if we want to insert new column, so suppose we want a column in between E and F. Clear? Between the keyboard and scanner. So click on the column F, then go to the home tab. In the home tab we have the insert option. When you click this down arrow below this insert, we have the insert sheet columns. When we click this, a new column inserted between the keyboard and scanner, that is to the left of the earlier one which we have selected. Clear? So this way we can insert a row and column in an existing worksheet or the table where the data you have entered. Now come again to the book. Clear? Then we have seen how to delete these columns and rows. For deleting any column, what we have to do, first when we click the column which we want to delete, click on that, then go to the home tab, and then you have the option that delete sheet columns. Clear? So let us see this. So if we come to this, the just column which we have added, like column F, if you want to delete this, then go to the home tab. In the home tab we have the delete option now. So click the downward arrow button below this delete, and then you have the delete sheet columns. So when we click this delete sheet columns, that particular column is deleted. In a similar way, if you want to delete the row, so suppose the row which we have just inserted was row number 7. So click this, means this row is now right now selected. Now go to the home tab. In the home tab we have the delete option. Now the delete option will have delete sheet rows. Clear? So click delete sheet rows, then the blank one will be deleted and this will be shifted to one above. Okay. Now next is, we have seen how to delete the row and how to delete the column. Next is, if you want to insert cells. Clear? So if in between the values which are there, if you want to insert new cells, how to do that? we will go to the home tab, then we have the insert cell option. So let us come to that. So if we come to the Excel window, here suppose we have to insert cells in between any of these. For example, here suppose we want that two cells should be inserted here, the boxes or the cells which we have selected. Then go to the home tab. In the home tab we have the insert option. Clear? Then insert cells is the option. Click on the insert cells. Clear? So when you click this, it will give you the option that shift cells right, shift cells down. Clear? So whatever the cells you have selected, if you want to move that to the down or to the right, you can move them. So if suppose right now we are going to move it to the right, so if I click on this OK button, you can see the whole data towards the right of that is shifted to one more column. Clear? And that particular cell which we have selected, that is now a new two cells has been created. Now if you want to delete this, the new or any of the existing data or the cells, again you have to follow the same process. First select those cells which we want to delete, and then now go to, in the home tab you have the delete option. Go to the delete option, then you have the delete cells. Clear? So select delete cells, then you have the option that shift cells left, shift cells up. So the remaining data which is present surrounding that, that will be adjusted to fill that. So if you want that the data surround that should shift up, then the below data will come up, or if you want the right data to replace that, then we can select that. So right now, as earlier we have selected that to the right, so that we are now using the shift cells left. So if I click on the OK button, you can see the blank cells were deleted and the data which were present to the right has now shifted to the left to occupy that blank space. Okay, now this was the topics which we have covered earlier also. Now next is switching between the worksheet. So we know that in each of these workbook which we are working, there are multiple worksheet which is present at the bottom. Clear? So if we want to switch from one worksheet to another, we can click on any of the sheet number which we want to switch. So this way we can switch it. Clear? Let us read this. The area displays a tab for each worksheet in your workbook. The displayed worksheet has a white tab. Clear? So whatever the worksheet which we are currently working on, that will be displayed with the white color, and the rest of the sheets are displayed with a gray color. Clear? So whenever we are switching from one worksheet to another, that particular sheet is active and other worksheets are, you can say, they are hidden behind the displayed worksheet. Now if we want to switch from one to another worksheet, we can directly click on any of the worksheet, or else you have the options for moving these, the arrow buttons which are there. Clear? So if you have many worksheet in your workbook, the worksheet tabs are not visible, then click on one of the following buttons to move through the worksheet tabs. Clear? So maybe at the bottom there are number of worksheets if you have added, then if you want to switch from one to another or to the next or to the previous one, you have these you can say the arrow which is to the left of these sheets. So if you want to go to the first tab, here you have the symbol. If you click on this the left one, the arrow button to the left, this will display the first tab. Then if you want to move to the next, for that you can, the right sided arrow button you can click. Then if you want to move to any previous one, you can click. So when we are clicking these arrow buttons, this will move only one step left or to the right sheet. Then if you want to go to the last tab, we have this last tab option. If you click on this, the last tab will open. Okay, let us see this also. So if we come to the Excel sheet, here you can see right now the sheet 1 is active and it is appearing with a white color, and the rest of the sheets are gray. So if we want to move from one to another, you can press these arrow keys also. So if I click on this arrow key, right now as there are only 3 sheets, so this will directly can be done if we click on this sheet numbers. Clear? So if I click on this sheet 2, now the sheet 2 is active. So if I click on the sheet 3, this will become active. Clear? So if the number of sheet is less, we can directly we can directly move from one to another by clicking. If the number of sheets are more which are present in this area, then we can move from one to another using these arrow buttons. Okay, so these are the this is the process of switching from one sheet to another. Now come again. So here next is how to rename a worksheet. So by default there it is written sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So if we want, suppose in this worksheet, suppose in one sheet you have kept the information of a particular class, in the another worksheet suppose you have saved the data of another class. Clear? For example, class 6th, class 7th. Clear? So this way you, if you want to give these tabs a name, so this can be done. How to rename these? Let us see. So for renaming these sheet tabs, double click on the tab for the worksheet which we want to rename, then the name of the worksheet is highlighted. Clear? So when we double click, the name will be highlighted. Then type the new name for the worksheet which we want to give, and then press the enter key. So this way this name can be changed. A worksheet name can contain up to 31 characters including the spaces. So while we are renaming this, the maximum number of characters which can be written for the name of a worksheet tab is 31 characters. Clear? In between we can also include the spaces. So let us come to the worksheet and see how to rename it. So if I come in the Excel window, here you can see sheet number 1, sheet 2, sheet 3, these are the names which are present. Now if you want to rename it, what we have to do, double click any of these. So if I want to rename sheet number 1, double click. So when we double click, it is highlighted now. Now give the name. So suppose this is the information of class 6. So write the new name. Clear? So suppose I have written class 6 here. Now press the enter key after writing it. Clear? So now that sheet will be renamed. Other sheets are, the name are earlier, that is sheet 2, sheet 3 you can see, but the one which we have right now changed, it is with the new name. Clear? So this way any of these tabs, the worksheet tabs, can be given a new name. Now come to the book once again. Now next is coloring a worksheet tab. Now if you want to give these tabs any color, this can be also done. Clear? So how to, what is the reason of this? Okay, so here let us come to, so here to distinguish one sheet from another, you can add color to your worksheet tab. So the purpose of adding the color is to make it look different from the other remaining tabs. The color you add to a tab appears in the background behind the worksheet tab name. So that color will only be behind that name, means the color of the tab is going to change only. So by default all the worksheet tabs are white, but you can assign another color to any worksheet tab. So how to give these tabs the color? Let us see. The steps are: right click on the worksheet tab which you want to format, then click on the tab color. So when we right click any of these tabs, we have these different options for renaming, clear, for protecting, insert. You can see the various options are there. From this we have to select the tab color. So when you click on the tab color, you will find the different group of these colors. So whatever the color you want to choose from here, click that color and that color will be assigned to that particular tab. Clear? So here you can see any of these brown type of color is chosen, so the tab is now appearing with that particular color. Clear? So this way we can change the color of any of these tabs. Let us do this. So if we come to the Excel sheet once again, so suppose the one name which we have created, that is class 6, so we are going to change the color of this tab. So what we have to do, right click on this tab. So when you right click on the tab, we have the different options. Now from these we have to go to the tab color. Clear? So here you can see, so suppose I want to give red color to that, click on the red. Clear? So when you click on the red color, you can see this tab is right now changed and it is appearing with a red type of color, and it is different from the other sheet. Clear? So this is how the color can be changed of any of these sheets. So when it is active, any of the cell which you have changed the color, then the color is little bit you can say a diminished way or a less intense, but when you switch to another tab, then the actual red color is appearing, which is more bright. Clear? So this way the name can be changed, we can give the colors to these tabs. Now come again to this. Now next is adding a worksheet. So as you can see, when we open the workbook, by default there are 3 worksheets there. Clear? Sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3. So if we want to add more tabs, we know that maximum we can add up to 255 sheets in a single workbook. So how to add this? You can add a worksheet to your workbook to create another sheet in which you can enter data. Then the steps for adding a new worksheet is click the insert worksheet icon. Clear? So to the right of all these sheets there is a icon which is insert worksheet. Clear? So we can click on this, so a new worksheet will appear. For example, here when it was clicked, a new sheet, that is sheet number 4, is added to this workbook. Clear? Now whatever the worksheet we are adding by this, that is appearing to the last of the existing worksheets. Clear? Then there is also a shortcut for that, that is the shift plus 11. So if I press the shift plus 11 F11 key from the keyboard, so it will also insert a new worksheet. Clear? Now there is one more method. You can also add a new worksheet by clicking on the home tab, then click on the insert button and then select insert sheet. So this way also a new sheets can be inserted. Let us see. So if I come to the Excel file, so here you can see right now there are 3 sheets. Clear? Now if I want to include one more sheet, what we have to do, click on this new worksheet option. So when I click on this, you can see a new worksheet. So earlier the name which was sheet 1, that was given class 6. Because of this the new one is giving sheet 1. Now if I click one more, so here you can see this is the sheet 4. Clear? So this way a new sheet can be added to these existing worksheets. So this way the maximum number of worksheets which can be added will be till 255. Okay, so this is one method. Another is if you want to use the keyboard, so directly if I click shift plus F11. So this will also add a new you can say a new worksheet in this. And another approach is, if I go to the home, in the home we have the insert option, then in the insert option, insert sheet, click on this insert sheet. So you can see sheet number 6 is inserted. So this way the new sheets can be inserted with various ways, by directly clicking on that or by pressing the keyboard shortcut, that is Shift plus F11. Then another approach is by going to the home tab and clicking on this insert option. Next is, so next if you come to the book, let us come to the book. Next is deleting a worksheet. So suppose you have added various worksheet in a workbook. Now if you want to delete these worksheet, how to delete that? So deletion can also be done in a similar way. When you right click on this sheet number, then you get this menu, which from where you have inserted the tab color. In a similar way you will find the delete option. So the sheet which you want to delete, click on this delete option. Then if there is no data in the worksheet, here it is important that if it may be that there is some data in that worksheet. So if there is no data in the worksheet, Excel deletes it immediately. Clear? And if the worksheet contains any data, Excel prompts you to confirm the deletion. Clear? So there may be two situations, that if there is some data in that worksheet, then it will give you a message that do you want this sheet to be deleted. If you press the delete key, the data will also be deleted. But if there is a blank sheet, there is a blank worksheet, then if you are deleting that, then it will be deleted. So let us come to the worksheet and see this. So suppose we are going to delete the blank one first. So if these are the sheets which is present at the end, so if I want to delete, right click on any of these. Now if you click on the delete button, this sheet will be deleted. Clear? You can see sheet number 6 was deleted. Now again if you want to delete sheet 5, again right click on that, then you have the delete option. So if I click on the delete, sheet 5 is deleted. So this way any of the blank worksheet will be deleted. But if suppose there is any sheet like this one where we have written class 6, here we have data in this sheet. So if we are going to delete this, let us see what message we'll get. So right click on this and press the delete option. So when you press the delete option, it prompts and give a message that data may exist in the sheet selected for deletion. To permanently delete the data, press delete. So if you will press the delete button now, this whole data will be permanently deleted. So as we don't want to get delete, so click on the cancel button. So this will not be deleted. Clear? So this way the existing sheets can be deleted, whether if it is with the data or without data. So make sure before deleting that the data, if it is not important, only then we are deleting it. Okay, come again to the book. Here next is moving and copying a worksheet. So maybe if the data is given in these worksheet, so if you want to rearrange these sheet order or to copy a worksheet, means a similar type of sheet, if you want one more of that, so we can use the options of moving and copying. So let us see what are the steps. Right click on the worksheet tab and click on the move or copy. So when we right click, we get this move or copy option. So move or the copy dialog box will appear. So here in this way we get a dialog box. Now let us read this. What is the two features, that is moving and copying. For moving the worksheet, select a sheet name and click on the OK. So whatever the sheet name you want to move, that sheet name is required to be selected from here. Clear? And the worksheet will be moved or copied before the selected worksheet. You can also copy your worksheet to the end by selecting move to the end option. Clear? So whatever the seat number you want to, which you have selected right now, if you want to move to the end, you can click on the move to end button. Clear? So, and another is for copying the worksheet, click on the checkbox of create a copy. Clear? So earlier one which you have selected, if you select only that, that will be moved. But if you want to create a copy of that, so for that there is a checkbox with the name create a copy. So if I click on this checkbox, the similar process are required to be done, and a new copy will also be created. So Excel will create a copy of that worksheet as a new sheet in the workbook and give it a default name. So Excel labels sheet copies with 2 along the original sheet name. So if you are creating the copy of any of these sheets, then by default same name with the number 2 will be displayed there. Now let us see this. So if I come to the Excel window, so suppose we want to create a copy of class 6. Now right click on this, and here you have the move or copy option. Clear? So when you click on this, you can see it is asking that whatever these sheets which are present, these are all available here. Now if you want to create a copy, click on the create a copy, and already class 6 is selected. So whatever the tab which you have selected, this will appear here. Now click on the OK button. So if I click on the OK button, you can see the class 6 with the number 2 is also created, and the earlier one is existing there. So this way the copy can be created, and if we want to move that, so this can be done directly without checking that checkbox. Directly also we can drag and move these tabs to any of these positions. For example, I have dragged this class 6 to the end, and the class 6 2 which we have created the copy, that is in appearing in the first tab. So this way you can see that we have moved directly from this way also, or you can use by right clicking. So this was the step for moving or copying any of the worksheet. Now let us come again. Let us read this update your knowledge as well. So always check that sheet contains before deleting to avoid removing any important data. So this we have seen also, that when we are deleting any of these worksheet, so before clicking on the delete button, it should be ensured that there is no any important data in that sheet. Now you can also move your mouse to worksheet, which you have seen that by clicking on that, if you drag that sheet to any of the position, that sheet can be moved in the workbook. Clear? Next is the exercise. Clear? So here you can see these few questions. So first is a spreadsheet program that organizes data in rows and column is called. So which spreadsheet program is organizing the data in rows and column? It is the Excel. Clear? So the answer is Excel. Next is a collection of rows and columns is called. So what is the collection of rows and column? Collection of rows and column is called as worksheet. Clear? And workbook is a group of different worksheet. Next is the insertion of rows and column is known as the intersection of rows and column. So what is the intersection of rows and column in a worksheet? That is called as cell. Clear? Cell area, we have seen that whenever we are making different rows and column, and when they are intersecting that any single area, this is called as cell. Clear? So the answer of this is cell. Now let us erase this. Next question is the number of worksheet you can have in an Excel file. So what is the maximum number of worksheet in Excel file? It is 255. Clear? Next is the number of rows in a single worksheet. So how many rows we can have in the worksheet? It is 10,48,576. Clear? The answer of this is option 2. Next is the cell that has dark border around its around it is called as active cell. Clear? So any of the cell which is selected that appears with a dark border, which is called as active cell. Next is selected group of cells is called, so a group of cells which is selected, that is called as range. Clear? The answer of this is range. Now next question H, it gives the cell reference using the combination of column and row heading. So we know that the cell reference is present at a box, that box is called as name box. Clear? Formula bar is the bar in which we write the formula. If we come to the next question, okay, so here actually it is moving all of the questions, the marks which we have written. Let us delete this. The next question is the shortcut to save a workbook. So what is the shortcut for saving the workbook? It is Control S. Clear? Let me mark the answers once again. So the first one before this was name box. The selected group of cells is called range. The cell that has dark border is called active cell. The number of rows in a single workbook 10,48,000. Number of worksheet in Excel file is 255. Then intersection of rows and column is cell. The collection of rows and column is called, it is called as worksheet. Clear? Then the spreadsheet program that organizes data in rows and column is called Excel. Clear? So take a screenshot of this so that all the answers will be together and you can mark in your book also. So this way we have completed the explanation of this chapter and we have done this objective questions. The remaining questions we will continue from the next class. Till then, revise the things, and whatever the doubts you have, you can discuss in the coming online class. Thank you everyone.